Hello and welcome to the Gooner Talk, a new look Gooner Talk, because it's a brand new season. Good morning to those joining us everywhere around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for kicking off your season with us. Arsenal facing Nottingham Forest in what is the first game of a brand new season for Arsenal. Of course, the Premier League officially kicked off last night in what was a rather predictable game in the end, with Manchester City doing the business. More about that in a bit. But good morning to everybody joining us in the chat box. It's very much appreciated. Good morning to Matt G. Good morning to Penny Ween. Good morning to Martin. Good morning to Paul. Good morning to Tom, Stephen, Arasilki, Gooner, Jake, Granddaddy, Gooner, Paul, Morgie, Wendy. Good morning, Stevie, Temmie, James, Barry, Jimbo. Good morning to G. Crinky. Good morning to Mr. E. Good morning to Corrada, Kevin, Jay, Brian, Martin, and so many more of you guys as well joining us as well. Always a pleasure to see so many of you. And Nav continuing his membership with TGT as well. Fantastic to see. Thank you for the continued support, my friends. It is very much appreciated. Right, let's jump into today's stories, shall we? We kick off Manchester City. Sets the pace with an opening win in the Premier League, 3-0, 2 goals from Erling Haaland, and of course a goal from Rodri as well, which secured 3 goals and 3 points. It's very much a kind of, I think, a pace setter. It's a gauntlet, and it's a statement, is what it is. And if Arsenal could manage to get more than a 3-goal swing against Man City, they will end the day based upon other results as well. Hopefully, top of the table. So we've got to try and beat that 3 goals. That is certainly what we've got to try and do as we go into this new campaign. And we'll do that by facing Nottingham Forest. Of course, if Arsenal match the scoreline that they got against Forest at the Emirates last season, which was 5-0, with Reece Nelson scoring a couple of goals, Arsenal will indeed move to the top of the table. But they have to get a significant win to be able to do that. To get the 3 points is, of course, the absolute minimum expectation in this game. And if you want to hear my thoughts and that of our Discord members as well, you can go and listen to yesterday's show. I was joined by Zamir, Marcus, and Mike to have a chat about the game against Nottingham Forest. That was our preview. So it is indeed the last upload on the live section of the channel. So I'd recommend going over and doing that. Gabriel has trained. There's kind of these weird suggestions that Gabriel was indeed injured. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure where they came from. But certainly Gabriel's situation is, as far as I'm aware, fine. He's travelled with the squad. He trained yesterday, and he was actually the poster boy for the game. So it seems Arsenal knew what they were doing as well in terms of calming nerves. Mikel Arteta did speak to the press yesterday and talked about the situation of players. He said regarding the likes of Zinchenko and, of course, Jorginho, that there were no other issues beyond that of Gabriel Jesus and Mohamed Elneny. Those two continue to be out, which is rather frustrating, but they're the two that continue to be out at this stage, which is obviously really good. He was asked about transfers, and he basically turned around and said that they're not expecting anything else at this moment, but that, of course, things can change. He said, on the benefit of sorting out transfers, he says, I don't know. We've done it and we have the intention to do it. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. We try our best and just have to focus on what we can do. The reason why we did it, and try to maximize the resources that we can. And he was asked, as I say, about kind of the potential for more business between now and the end of the summer, but he basically said that they're not planning on doing anything at this moment in time. But as we know, the window is very unpredictable and things can happen that probably we don't wish for. So at the moment, we are happy with what we've got, is what he said. So it seems that any potential move for Mohammed Kudus is not really, sadly, going to happen. In fact, the Ajax coach, Maurice Stein, came out and said that Kudus can play tomorrow, as in today. There are many things happening around him, but nothing concrete happened in the end. I'm very happy that he's with us tomorrow. So despite him agreeing, or rather Ajax agreeing a fee with Brighton for Kudus, the player did not agree on personal terms with the South Coast side, meaning that his future is still very much up in the air, and we still don't have any indication about what's going on in the world of Mohammed Kudus. We don't know if Arsenal will indeed move for him in the future. Balogun remains an Arsenal player until maybe he's moved on. We won't get an update in that regard. Charlie Patino, I don't know what it says without the code there, but Charlie Patino is indeed now a Swansea player. He joined Swansea on a season-long loan and will return to Arsenal in the summer of 2024. Hopefully it's a successful loan, but also hopefully it kind of gives some clarity on his future. He was hoping to get a permanent exit, but there just simply wasn't the options available to make that move happen. And so joining Swansea for next season, he'll play senior football at the Championship level for a competitive side in that league. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see if his future at Arsenal has any kind of longevity to it. Arsenal certainly rate the kid and hope that he can indeed continue with us for the long term and that he can make his way back into the Arsenal first team. And a David Raya announcement is imminent. The player completed his medical and media duties yesterday, and there is an expectation of an announcement. He wasn't signed in time, sadly, to be part of the squad this weekend, unlike Matt Turner, of course, who can be involved this weekend. But who knows? Maybe we'll get an announcement on the field. That'd be great. I'd love to see a new Arsenal player at least announced ahead of a game. That would be fantastic to see, and hopefully that is something that we will see. But there's no guarantees of that. But David Raya did indeed sign as an Arsenal player yesterday, completed his medical and all of those things. So let's wait and see if there's any news today. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to see him in an Arsenal shirt very, very soon. Indeed. The signing that you need to make this summer, of course, is that of NordVPN. And you can do that by going to nordvpn.com/Gooner to get yourself a significant discount off a 1 or 2 year plan. NordVPN is the #1 service to bring you what you need in the terms of 2023 protection for malware, for blocking trackers and ads. It is the way forwards in the world of online amusement and entertainment and security, of course, as well, for your tablet, for your laptop, and for your mobile devices as well. That's nordvpn.com/Gooner. You can get yourself a 30-day money-back guarantee as well, because not only are you getting a significant discount off this service, but they want to make sure that you're enjoying it. And so you can get that 30-day money-back guarantee as well. Beautiful. Right, let's move to part 2 then, and your questions right after this. Tomorrow is indeed our live event, so time is running out for you guys if you are still intending on coming or you've not made your mind up about coming to our live event to get your tickets. The link is down in the description, or you can scan that QR code on your screen. There will be, I'm sure Mike is going to be around the stadium and stuff handing out flyers today. I've heard that he's very keen to hand out some flyers at the Emirates today, so let's see if that happens. But certainly the event is going to be an exciting one. Can't wait to see so many people. Can't wait to celebrate what hopefully will be a really exciting game and a positive one for Arsenal today. But yeah, we move forwards. Q&A time. Let's get some of your questions. Musa, first of all, thank you for becoming a member. Very much appreciate the continued support of the channel and bringing in what we need to kind of keep things going and to make things better. Like you can see on your screen, everything that we are indeed doing to try and make the channel look as good as it possibly can be is with all of your help and would not be made possible without it. Continuing then, let's go into the chat box and tackle some of your questions as well. Oli says, hey Tom, we're not getting Kudus because we have Trossard, Nelson, Martinelli, Jesus, Eddie and Saka. The 3 forward positions, Smith Rowe and Havertz can also provide cover for. We do have a lot of options. I just think that on that right-hand side in particular, we are lacking in some real competition for Bukayo Saka and some genuine like top-level quality coverage. I think Nelson can play there, but I prefer him on the left. Trossard can play there, but I prefer him on the left and in the middle. Jesus could arguably play there, but we've not signed enough of a centre forward, I feel, to say that Jesus is more of a wide player, and he's obviously out injured at the moment. Havertz has played there, but I'm not the biggest fan of him there. Vieira also has played at right wing, but again, I don't think that gets the best from him in any way, shape or form. So I just think there are question marks about whether or not it is the right move indeed. I feel like we can change the colour of the question so they kind of match. Let's see if we can get like a lighter red. Is that lighter? That is lighter. I think we can get closer to the actual thing though. This is exciting. Trying to get a color that's closer for our theme to what it actually is. I probably should do this in my own time, but now I'm excited trying to change colors of the of the theme. We're going to go with that one for now. I'll try and do that in my own time, but I just noticed it when I was on the screen. Like, I need to change the color of the theme now. Byron says, Tom, will Flo get his chance today, or will it be Trossard and Havertz up top? I mean, I doubt that Fuller and Balogun will be in the squad. He did complete training though. There was a picture uploaded via Instagram through, I think, Cedric. I think Cedric uploaded the image, and it seems that a point was made about Balogun completing training. So he is available. Will he be in the squad? I suppose we'll have to wait and see. Jung Ta says, are you at the game today? I very much am indeed. Looking forward to getting down to the Emirates and seeing everybody. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Anna says, Tom, it appears that Caicedo might not be going to Liverpool in the end. No matter who wins the race, I'm glad that Arsenal wasn't involved in such a mess. Who do you prefer him to join? You know, I laughed a lot at Chelsea yesterday. And to be honest, I'll still be laughing a little bit because £110 million is silly money. Very, very silly. Ironically, even though my hatred of Chelsea is well documented and well known, I would rather, I think, he moved to Chelsea because I think that Caicedo going to Liverpool makes them very, very good. I'm not sure that who Liverpool are going to get as an alternative to Caicedo. They might end up paying the 50 million to go and get Romeo Lavia. So watch this space in that regard. But other than Caicedo, I don't know who they're going to do. And the thing is that Chelsea kind of already have a really good defensive mid in Enzo Fernandez, of course. So adding Caicedo to that midfield, yes, it adds, you know, more energy and more defensive security, I suppose. But Chelsea are more of a chaotic side. But it seems that £110 million is what it's going to take to get Caicedo through the door, which is kind of incredible. Ben, if you want to know our predictions for today's game, make sure you go and watch our preview show that we did yesterday. You can get all the information there. Kevin says, I know you've already said, but I'm struggling to find it. Can I have the FPL code? Yes, you can. Let me find it. I've saved it. Here it is. There's your FPL code, bottom left-hand corner of your screen, CFJ092. That is our code to join our FPL league for this season. So make sure that you get hold of your FPL code if you haven't done so already and join our league. I welcome you. I welcome the competition. Anyone that can beat Ojo is appreciated. So please, please, please join our league and try and beat that man. Jonas says, hey, Tom, can you please explain the FFP on in layman's terms? Because Chelsea still spending like there's no tomorrow and going for 120 million Caicedo. It sickens me. I wish I could, Jonas. I wish I could give you a really in-depth explanation as to why Chelsea aren't, you know, able to be hit by FFP. Of course, they have sold a lot of players this season as well. In fact, looking at their transfers, they've sold 250 million euros worth, and to this point, have only spent 200. So they're actually 50 million euros in profit at this point. FFP is done on kind of a I think it's through July as in terms of a year. I think it's done July-wise. So they sold Havertz in the last or something like the last financial year, and obviously leading into this financial year, it's slightly different. I don't know if it's even financial years because financial years is April to April. So they're trying to do it in terms of, I think it's July to July. It's really strange. Mike's more better than me at this sort of finance stuff. So I'm sure he can give you an answer in the chat box to why Chelsea are not facing any kind of issues. And there we go. TGT says, I'll give you a summary of why they're screwed. Okay, so Mike seems to think that Chelsea are still screwed. So let's wait and see. But Arsenal trying to get around things with loans for David Raya. Chelsea just spending 110 million on Caicedo. Jaden says, Tom, this has been a talking point for a few weeks now, though I wanted to ask for your opinion. Who do you think should start at the top of the game today? I personally think Havertz should. I've put Trossard down to be my starter, but I would be more than happy to see Havertz start this game and build that confidence up. But I just can't leave Trossard out of my team. I just think he's far, far too important. Anne says, out of Nelson and Vieira, who do you think will make the biggest impact this season? Who will play more games? I think Vieira will actually play more games, but I don't think that means he'll make the biggest impact. I hope that he does. I hope he has a really big impact and is really important for us. But Reece Nelson, I think, still can have a big impact. But I just feel like Arteta really wants to give minutes to Vieira when and where possible. Stuart says, Tom, how do you feel about the rest of the big teams' transfer dealings? I can't see beyond us or City for the league, as I'm not impressed by their business collectively. Chelsea obviously have brought in a lot of players. Nkunku, Disasi, Jackson, Okuchukwu, Robert Sanchez, Angelo, Andre Santos, of course, joins this. Andre, I should say, not Andre, because Andre was a very different Andre Santos. Andre Santos, have they, of course, brought in. And now potentially Moises Caicedo as well, which means that they would have made a loss in the last two windows, but significantly so. I mean, 611 million euros spent €67 million made last window. Ridiculous. And they still might end up spending more than they've made in this window. Surely someone has to do something about that. It's ridiculous. But I think that Liverpool need to bring in that DM. Otherwise, they are in big doo-doo if they don't bring in that key player. I think that Man City obviously still seemingly aren't done. They still want to sign some players like Jeremy Doku and Lucas Paqueta to add to their attacking options. But, I mean, they've still got rafts of talent in that squad. Man United have done some intriguing business, but Rasmus Højlund's not going to be available for a little bit, so they're going to be without a striker still, an out-and-out striker, it seems, for a little while. Jadon Sanchez had a good preseason, so is Rashford, so they might still be okay. They've brought in some other players that, like Mason Mount, Andre Onana, improving the goalkeeper position. I don't know if they activated Evans's, or they've rather extended Evans's deal that was only last in pre-season. I don't know if I've not been in the know around that, so maybe they're bringing in Johnny Evans as well. But they certainly needed to bring in a centre back, I felt, as well, to add some extra depth to that position. Rancid Pumpkins, Tom, do you have a new background in the style of our away kit? Yes, you got to wait. You know, when we have, of course, I like to match the kind of the designs to the kits, and I actually am very excited because those behind the scenes that have been doing work on our brilliant new look for the brand new season, we're going to be doing a giveaway very, very soon. So if you have a company or if you have a brand and you're looking to get some new designs and you're looking to have it overhauled, we're going to be doing a giveaway to one lucky listener who will get a free redesign of their brand or company through the people that have been helping me, who have been very generous with their time, with their efforts, and with their talent. And I'll have more information about that giveaway in the coming days, and hopefully not weeks, but probably days, to get that all sorted. It's a bit hectic with the season starting, but hopefully we're looking to do a giveaway on that very, very soon indeed. So if you've got a brand and you want it redesigned, we're going to be doing a giveaway. And then, of course, you'll be able to, if you don't happen to win, you've been recommended a very, very good designer that will hopefully be able to help you with your rebranding needs. Let's go to, but yes, you'll have to wait for the other shows. But the other shows indeed have all got their own new designs and they are matching. What I tell you, though, is that we haven't got a design for the away kit. I made the executive decision that we are not having a design for the away kit because I just can't stand it. And I don't need to have my channel plastered in luminescent green or yellow, depending on what a tennis ball color is. So, yeah, there is no away kit redesign, but there is the third kit colors. And obviously, with it being the 20th anniversary of the Invincible season, you can tell that we've got a lot of Invincible themes going on throughout this kit as well. So there you go. G Crinky, thank you so much for becoming a brand new member and helping support the channel. It's very much appreciated. You are appreciated, so thank you. Penny Wayne, thank you for the donation. Do the likes. Do Saliba. Right, a few more, and then I've got to go because I've got to get out to the stadium. Ronald says, Tom, are Spurs no longer a rival? I think they're top mid now. Yeah, I don't even consider Spurs in the race for Europe, to be honest, this season without Harry Kane. I think they're going to struggle to compete, certainly this season. Imagine losing Kane the weekend before you kick off. It's just gloriously Spursy, isn't it? And speaking of that, Aaron says, Tom, do you think Spurs fans should look for another sport to follow? How is their club going to climb out of the bin with Harry Kane gone? I don't know, is the answer. I don't know. Gooner Jake says, Tom, do you think Chelsea are struggling to beat or match Liverpool's bid? Could FFP be a reason, seeing they cancelled the Adams deal? That fell apart, even though supposedly it wasn't linked in any way, shape or form. It was so linked. But yes, that deal was falling apart because Chelsea can't afford to do that with also trying to ultimately get the money in to try and sign Caicedo. Chelsea are, as Mike seems to think, screwed. I'm looking forward to speaking to him later and learning quite how they are screwed. Let's go to Dragan. Says, do you think Partey starts the majority of our games this season? I feel that he will be the first name on the team sheet in the first few months until Rice gets a hang of the position. I think they'll both play plenty. I think we'll obviously got scope to kind of rotate around that midfield, bring Havertz in, bring Smith Rowe in if we need to. I think we've got great quality and depth in that role. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to hopefully seeing that midfield three change and develop. But I certainly think that Rice and Partey will play together, and I think they'll play together today. But I might be wrong. We'll have to wait and see. Kirill, thank you. I've noticed you in the chat box the last few weeks or so. Welcome to the TGT family, and signing up as a member is very much appreciated. Bola Capes says, score predictions. I'm going for a 4-0 win. Again, we did a lot of predictions yesterday on our preview show. Make sure you've watched that if you haven't done so already. We've also got Jorginho, says Olu, and he's very right to point that out. We do indeed have Jorginho, and he is still a very important part of the squad. Burns says, what's happened with the Patino deal? It is Botelho, certainly the player. Boletti is not the player. Botelho is who we were linked to, the Brazilian guy. I don't think there's too much in that. I think it's gone very quiet, and there's probably a big reason as to why it's gone very quiet. Zuntar says, how far do you live from the stadium? Well, it's getting very personal. Ask him where I live. I can tell you it takes me about an hour to get to the ground if I'm lucky with the trains. So from my house to the stadium, it's probably with walking about an hour and 20, hour and a half to get to the stadium from my house to there. So yeah, relatively close. I've got a very high-speed train system where I am, so it's very much appreciated. Phil says, who would be on the bench today with our current squad depth? I'm going to go with Karl Hein. It won't be Raya, of course, because Raya's not officially signed yet. So Karl Hein, Kivior, Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, I think, could be on the bench today. I think Holding won't make the squad, therefore. Jorginho, Vieira, Smith-Rowe, Nelson could hopefully be back. Nketiah and Havertz, I think. I'm trying to think if I've missed anyone. Because I think I'd start Rice, Partey, Odegaard, and I'd start Trossard over Havertz. So I think Havertz might be on the bench. So, yeah. Is that 10, though? I don't know. I don't know. So my starting 11, go watch yesterday's preview show, mate. I'm going to keep saying it. If you want to know my starting 11, go watch my preview show. That's where you can find it. A 5 says, do you think that if we don't win any trophies in the next 2 years, our big players will want out? I don't even want to think about that, 5. I don't even think we need to think about it. Let's just tackle the season that we've got coming up and wait and see what's going to happen. Right, that is going to bring us to the end of today's show because, as I say, I've got to get up to the stadium. I've got a live blog to run. If you're not able to watch the game for whatever reason, of course, I'll be doing our live blog over at football.london. You can watch, or rather, kind of keep up to date with what's going on in the game from the Emirates Stadium, where I will be a little bit later on this afternoon. Very much excited for it. Looking forward to it. It's an early kickoff, 12:30 p.m. UK time, which of course means very early over in the States, and a very good time for those living in Australia and in the Far East as well. So you guys are absolutely buzzing with the time for that one. But yeah, it's very much appreciated. Zuntar says, can I vlog it? No, I'm working. I can't vlog. Can't do things for the channel whilst I'm working. So no, I can't vlog it, unfortunately. But what we might be doing this season on the Arsenal way is, because that's obviously related to work and stuff like that, I might be doing some little kind of clips of what journeys are like for away games for the channel. So as we travel up and down the country, we'll hopefully be doing some things for the Arsenal way vlog-wise. So if you're not subscribed to the Arsenal way, we're nearly at like 90,000 subscribers over there. So if you're not subbed, help us on our way to 90k. It'd be great if we could hit 100 before the end of the first part of the season as well. And of course, I should keep reminding you, if you've not yet bought your tickets for the live event, that we will be there tomorrow at the Mildmay Club. So come and join us. You can scan that QR code on your screen to get involved, and I'm really looking forward to it. Once today's game's done and I finished work today, my mind is going to be so on getting this show ready. And yeah, I've got some great ideas. We've obviously got some fantastic guests as well. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it as well. So yeah, come join us. Anyway, there we go. That rounds things off. Have a brilliant day. I hope that you really enjoy yourselves if you're going to the game. I look forward to you. Say hello if I see you. And if you're not, enjoy your day watching it. Enjoy your day keeping up to date with it. As I say, if you are unable to watch the game and you want up-to-date kind of match commentary and text commentary, head over to football.london, where I'll be completing the match blog for you. So yeah, it's all stuff. There will be a show still tomorrow. Yeah, 8 a.m. There'll still be an 8 a.m. show tomorrow and on Monday. So don't you worry about that. We'll still be back with you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for another show. Have a fantastic day. Leave your comments and anything you've thought down below. And let us know what you think of the new designs, of the new look for the channel for the new season. And yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. And as always, up the Arsenal.